I'm Audrey Luce, an aspiring producer, and I'm going to highlight some projects I've worked on that are relevant to my career goals. Well, what are my career goals? First of all, my short-term education goals consist of graduating from UCF with a Bachelor's of Arts for Game Design, and then I'm going to FIA, the Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy, for an MS in Interactive Entertainment through the Project Management track. Afterwards, my career goals start with getting an associate producer role and then eventually become a producer. As of right now, I'm thinking of getting into a AAA studio, and from there I can decide AAA or indie. At the top is my portfolio website with the majority of my works. Let's go on ahead and take a look at a brief overview of the projects I'm going into more detail about first, before jumping on over there. These are my 4 projects that highlight my project management. We're going to start with Out There. I was a producer and an artist of 14 people, and we started with August 2020, and we're going to finish in April 2021. Next is Window Washer. I was the producer, designer, and artist, 6 people group, October to December 2020. Zombie Ants VR, a producer, game level designer, and artist with 9 people, 6 weeks in October through December of 2020. And then Child of the Forest, the producer and environment VFX artist, 9 people between January and May 2020. Let's go ahead and jump onto my portfolio website now. Here we are. First of all, let's go on ahead and start with the first project, which is going to be Out There. It is an in-progress game currently. So you can see we have a little bit of a video going on with some vertical slice gameplay. We're on to our pre-alpha, and soon we'll have the alpha out. But first of all, our project management tools that we ended up using for this project is Excel or Sheets. We can go on ahead and look at that right here. Our backlog, we have one for programming, dialogue, and art. We also have an hour tracker in here to keep track of everybody's hours and what exactly they're working on. Once they're done, they can go on ahead and check off what they have completed, and it of course has values of importance of what they should finish first and at one time. There's usually a date and how much time it is estimated and so on. Also during this, we were used to taking attendance, so there's another document that we ended up using. From in there, we had to write official documents such as a mid-mortem report or the production plan. I can show the production plan right here. So we had to go on ahead and use organizational and scheduling skills to put together a list of everything else that needs to be completed by the end of our time period and the projected dates of when everything will be completed. Through this, we also created Burndown charts and Gantt charts. We can see right here that here is one of the Gantt charts and one of the Burndown charts. We can go on ahead and see here in our productivity reports. We do multiple ones throughout because along with the usual productivity reports, everything is through sprints. So we have weekly sprints with larger production deadlines and weekly Scrum meetings. So Mondays we definitely have Scrum meetings where we talk about everything that has progressed, do a little bit of a meeting, talk about what we're doing that week. And then we also have an anonymous suggestion box. I can go ahead and show that website that we've been using. I'm obviously not going to click on my box because they're all supposed to be anonymous and private. Other than that, though, I am also an art lead, so I organize specifically the artists and their tasks, and I'm also an artist and level designer. On to the next project, though. It is going to be in past video game projects, Window Washer. So Window Washer is help Wally the window washer clean as many windows as he can. Equipped with his bucket and squeegee, he has to clean buildings high in the sky and even in space. Avoid running into anything that may be falling. How high can Wally go? This is a mobile game, and this was developed between October to December 2020. So our PM tools was also Excel. Right here, we can see it's all completed. We only had 6 people to go on ahead and do this. And in here, with the PM tool, we also had to write docs such as playtesting plans and results, also on the website. And the usual documents like the GDD and ASG. We also got to make some marketing videos. I ended up making the marketing video and the gameplay video. as well as doing some more art. So I did some more of the 2D artwork, as well as organizing the schedule and the task list, and helping a little bit with some coding specifically for the UI and screen code art functionality. We also did weekly sprints with larger deadlines and weekly Scrum meetings. The next project is Zombie Ants VR. So I was the producer, game level designer, and artist. There's 9 people here, and the project of Zombie Ants VR was to educate players on the zombifying spore Ophiocordyceps and its ability to infect carpenter ants and manipulate their brain to continue their reproduction cycle. And with this, we needed everything to be biologically correct. So our sponsor ended up always telling us what exactly was right or wrong educationally, and then we had to take those parts of the cycle and gamify it. So on that, I was part of the game designer to make those mini games as accurate as possible while also being interactive and engaging to the learner, basically. So again, with this one, we went on ahead and used Excel as our primary project management sheet. We had an hour tracker, again, as well as a backlog for both programmer and artist. We also had a GitHub. So in here, we had some of our prototype deadlines, and in here we always had to do in progress, and then we'd have each other review each other's work, and then when it was done, it went into the done pile. So everything also got tagged with specific how long it should take, how long it did take, what is it for art, is it for programming, and then everything is linked, so it's very easy to go on ahead and take a look at who did what and who approved who. Also, we did, again, weekly sprints and Scrum meetings, and we had very strict deadlines because this was only a 6-week prototype project. Also in that one, I created the videos, the prototype gameplay, and inside with a developer video, and also was in charge of 3D assets for some of the levels as well as level design. We also had practice writing, once again, with official documents such as this proposal. We had to write this proposal to be chosen actually by the sponsor. So we had to go and come up with everything, a bunch of pre-production before we eventually got into our production documents, production time, and then post-production testing and efforts. The last game is Child of the Forest, where I was the producer and environment VFX artist. And this was with 9 students once again. And our PM tool this time was actually Trello. You can see here we had a bunch of done stuff. We actually didn't hit Butler one last time. All of these were actually automated to, once finished, moved into the done after the deadline. And once again, we had labels, how long it would take, and we would check each other. I would assign everybody to their item per week. In this, we also went ahead and wrote pre-production documents and presentations. So here's a little bit of a pre-production document of what our details of the game were. And then from there, we also had to take official documentation of an attendance sheet. And we had a main overall presentation of what our game wanted to be, and then we had update presentations. So that's what this is. We had a bunch of updates throughout our progress. So that gave a lot of experience with official presentations. This also gave us practice for breaking down the game or the progress to businessmen, or even at a high level. This is definitely a PowerPoint presentation that I'm showing you for a high level look at what exactly we're doing and how things work. Through all of these projects, I used and refined my project management skills, organization, delegation, communication, approachability, flexibility, and processes such as Scrum or Agile, schedule building, pre-production, production, and post-production. And most of all, I gained experience, and I am confident in those experience and my abilities to be a strong producer candidate.